Hi, I'm Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Well, this week we're in Mills, Wyoming to visit Shane Miller and check out a few of his cars. Now, Shane's got a shop here and he does some really outstanding restorations, but he also builds some pretty slick rods and customs. I gotta tell you, the workmanship and attention to detail in these cars is absolutely beyond belief. I don't know, see what you think. Well, Shane, I got to tell you, you build some very nice cars here, and you brought a couple front and center today to look at. I love this 50 convertible you got here. 50 Ford was really, the 49, the 50 Ford, that was a landmark design. Cars changed after that point. Now, you built this one how long ago?
In 2000.
Was it a big project, or was it just, it was fairly straightforward?
No, it was a major project. We took every nut and bolt off it and went through it and have about 2,000 hours on it.
What I like about it is, it's a custom, but it's a pretty mild custom. You kept pretty true to, I think, what Henry had in mind. You did drop it a little, though, right?
Yes, 2 inches. We put lowering blocks in the back, which is basically old school type dropping, and just lowered, put a spacer in the springs to let the springs set down.
This is also not the stock hood ornament.
No, the stock one was a plastic piece that was in there, no shape, but that kind of an aftermarket add-on that was with the car when we got it.
Now, when you found the car, was she, a good one to restore?
No, the convertibles are really tough to find anything good that wasn't rotted away, so we had a lot of rust in it, and we had to change the pillar posts so the door hangs on. They were kind of conduited together from somebody trying to keep it alive. And
literally?
yeah,
Conduit?
Yeah.
Really?
Tack welded in or screwed in. And the whole back end we replaced off a four-door donor car.
Oh, okay, so this is actually, you merged 2 cars to come to this, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
to keep it looking right.
Color's great too. They did a red in 50, but it won this.
No, it was low lacquer, that didn't have the depth of this. This is candy brandy wine.
But the interior, I think, is what I'm really fascinated by. I like the combination. Here again, you left it really bone stock 50 in the dash. You didn't really do anything there, did you?
No, just kept the 6-volt gauges. All the knobs and stuff are correct 50. We chromed the speaker grill for our look.
Oh, it sets it off. I mean, it looks cool. But man, I love the interior combo here. You're kind of, white and almost a beige or a cream. It's subtle, but it's really nice. And it looks like it's on the original frames.
It is. We just kind of wanted a pattern that wasn't just a plain drape over that Ford had in these years.
So back here, this part of the car is 4-door. And the front part is 2-door, right?
Correct.
What did you do?
From the door back, we took the 4-door donor car, took the skin off the door, welded it onto the quarter, and the floorings off the 4-door, all the tulip panel, and we basically split the floor, slid it over, and welded it in.
And you cannot tell. I mean, it's fabulous workmanship. Man, it's amazing. Now, this is where they rusted, right?
Yes,
basically
along that beading. It's a pinch weld beading in there. It's not like some of the older cars where they bolted it with a plastic beading or something. This is all metal, and so they rusted real bad in here from moisture coming up.
But you left the exposed hinges. I like that again, period correct. And back here you've got the bumper guard also. Even blue dots.
Even blue dots, It's kind of that era that...
Man, did you keep the flathead?
We did.
Yes, let's have a look. Man, that looks nice. I mean, you kept the flathead, but you did some work on it. You carried that pearlescent white through your generator, even the fan, the pulleys, the block, it's all pearlescent white. Even your shift linkage.
Yes.
Man, so what all did you do to the engine?
Well, we put an Isky 3/4 cam in it, Offenhauser heads that we shaved, Offenhauser intake, tried to get the compression up from 6.7 to pushing 8.5, 9 to 1.
Well, I like the red wires, but otherwise, I mean, this ducting and stuff was all stock, right?
Correct.
You really haven't changed anything in the engine bay, have
No,
you?
we didn't.
Now, it's a show car. a winning show car. Does it run?
Yes, yes, it does. We like them to run.
You like them to run. You only build ones that run, right?
That's correct.
Well, what do you say? Let's take it out and exercise a little bit.
All right, let's take her for a run.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. So your dad had a 49 in high school.
Yeah,
49 convertible in South Dakota?
correct.
That had to be like the only one in the area.
That's all he knew of, yeah. It was the machine too,
So did he just have to have another one? Did he have to find another one?
Well, he wanted to, it was one of his goals in life. So he searched out, found it, and off we are.
So where did this come from?
This was in the Northwest, up in above Oregon,
Wow.
Washington State, I believe.
Really? Wow. Sounds like real Smithy Glasspacks on there.
That's what they are.
Really? Because that's what it
Yes.
sounds like.
I've got Smitty's on here.
Back to the 50s. Did you have to restore the gauges in this or not?
We didn't send them off. No, we just cleaned up the ones we had. That donor car was real nice, so we used a lot of that stuff.
You were lucky to find that.
Yeah.
Was this the original transmission that came with it too?
Yes.
Oh, I love that sound. I've always liked the sound of flatheads in general. I just think they're a wonderful, unique sounding car.
Did you ever notice how they just start so easy?
They do,
About on any good fuel, bad fuel, they'll just run.
They're pretty forgiving. And how about overheating out here? Does this one stay pretty cool or not?
Yeah, we really haven't had any trouble with overheating at all.
Yeah, I think this was the car of the year in 49. And then, and it was pretty much the same car as 50.
Yeah.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. Now, this is one you don't see every day. This is a 47 Hudson, right?
Correct.
Man, now they didn't make many of these.
No, I've heard 80 to 100, somewhere in that. All the records I can find, they just don't show the production numbers for a coupe.
And it's a coupe, but it's a big coupe. This is a big car.
Well, that's why I kind of liked it. It just out of this world look.
It is. It's tall, but it's so wide, and you really get that when you're looking at it front on or from the back. It's a big car. Now this is an odd looking car in a lot of ways, but they pulled it off, and I think some of the stuff you did helped it, because this is a big nose. That is one big nose.
Yeah, I struggled a long time with the height of that thing.
Because you didn't change it. You haven't decked it or anything, right?
No, we really talked about it, but we wanted to keep this trim piece on. And when you deck it, I don't know how to get that flow to go right. I looked at two tones, everything to try to cut that nose down to make it not look so bulky. But the color really helped it once we got this color on it.
Yeah, it is a beautiful color too, kind of a blue violet, or what is it?
It's called House of Colors Lake Violet Blue.
Wow, so I was close actually.
Yeah.
But with that color, and this nose has got to be 18 inches, but I think you get away with it.
Yeah, it really helped it.
And I think also the fact you dropped it down a bit helps.
Yeah, we lowered it and built the roll pan and got rid of the bumpers.
Is that a stock grill though?
Yes, that's Hudson design grill.
Man, that is unique. But I love your interior. I mean, this looks, period Hudson. I mean, I feel like a doctor should be driving in this car, making house calls in it.
Well, we kept, basically the seats are the correct seats. The dash we changed up, but we kind of wanted to not over modernize it and keep it looking like it was.
And then it's got a back seat. It's got, I guess, a club coupe. That must be a little bit tricky to get into.
It's not bad. Let me show you. It's got one of the neatest things I think I've seen for a seat. It pivots forward to allow access.
Wow, now does it do that on the other side too? Or
No, it's
just from this side?
Passenger only.
Everything fits so well too. And you kept this chrome strip.
Yeah, it's kind of got, if you notice, it's kind of, the way Hudson built it, kind of a cap on the car.
Kind of a hat.
Instead of a, yeah, that's well. And I don't really know how to, so we decided to keep the chrome.
And you smoothed it so nice. So you widened this 2 inches back here?
Yeah, and it just tapered in.
I see.
And then it used to bolt on, just a fender that bolted on with welting. So we curved it, welded it on, and curvatured it to give it that little bit of flow.
And it does flow. And it's once you get back here, again, I mean, you just see how wide this baby is. I mean, my goodness, that's a big car.
Yeah.
You don't still have the Continental 6 in there, do you?
No, we don't.
Well, let's have a look. What'd you go with?
We went with the Chevrolet Crate 502.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, this is cool. Now, was that the way it opened?
Yeah, that's the way Hudson had it. We used their hinge system and their spring system to help you.
Man, well, it must work pretty well because that is a beefy hood. There's a lot of bracing there.
Yeah.
And this is a 502, but there's a lot of room there.
Yeah, like I said, this thing looked like a mouse motor when we just set it in without all the stuff in it. That 6 is long, but this is just a big car.
It is.
For a coupe, it's really almost hard to believe it's a coupe.
And this looks like it's set in there pretty well. Did you have to do a lot of mods to get it to bolt up, or?
No, built the motor mounts into the frame and just set it where we wanted it, low and back to keep the balance, and
off she goes.
and how far the radiator's away from the engine.
You got tons of room.
And I put a big race radiator. A lot of these old cars you got to get these little radiators and try to keep your big engines cool, but with this,
not a problem.
I could just get a big radiator in there.
And you can just cruise anytime you want.
Yep.
Speaking of that, this obviously rides and drives too, right?
Yes.
Well, let's take this baby out.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to My Classic Car. Okay. That 502 sounds pretty healthy, Shane, I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is kind of a fun car. My wife, she don't drive many of our cars, She don't drive standards much, but she really likes driving this one.
She likes the power or what?
Yeah. She used to not, but I got her in the mode.
This really handles beautifully. I mean, it's quite a difference between the 54, because the 54 drove like a 54.
Yeah. Modernization is nice, isn't it?
This does not drive like a 47 Hudson.
Yeah. And that's why I think a lot of people are building street rods. They got the modern necessities, air conditioning, all the neat stuff, but yet an old look.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's growing so much over the years.
Well, you really did a nice job on this. I love the look of the clean dash. Boy, that is slick.
Thank you. You want to get on it, Dennis? You can.
Now here I'm trying to behave myself, Shane. I'm trying to be good and responsible.
I didn't build this car to be good.
Oh, I love that sound. Yeah, you could get in trouble with this car. I could. You didn't build it to be good, and it's hard to be good in this car.
Yeah.
When you take this to shows, I mean, does this get a lot of attention?
Oh yeah, people don't see these kind of cars.
Yeah.
They don't know what this Hudson is. The back end, some of them think it's a Chevy, some of them don't even have a clue.
Oh man, I had a great time today here in Mills, Wyoming. Shane builds some really slick rods and customs, but you gotta see his restorations. And I didn't break anything today, so he might let me come back. What do you say, Shane?
Yeah, come on back.
I'm coming back, but right now, it's 502.